This morning in Wales, British Prime Minister David Cameron started off the NATO summit. In his remarks at the opening of the two-day summit, he told members they're meeting at a crucial time in the history of the alliance.
The world faces many dangerous and evolving threats, and it is absolutely clear that NATO is as vital to our future as it has been in our past. Russian troops are illegally in Ukraine. The extremist Islamist threat has risen in a new form in Iraq and Syria.
In addition to Russia and ISIS, NATO leaders will focus on their next steps in Afghanistan. As for the crisis in Ukraine, some people don't think NATO can help them. Residents in the country's largest rebel-held city say a NATO alliance would not do them any good. Ukraine's government is considering becoming a NATO member. Russia's foreign prime minister says for Ukraine seeking to join NATO, well, it's, quote, a blatant attempt to derail all the efforts to seek a peaceful solution to the fighting. And now back in the U.S., police in Ferguson, Missouri are under fire. The U.S. Justice Department opened an investigation into the practices of the police department. The decision is a result of an officer's shooting last month of an unarmed black man. The investigation will look at the police department's practices such as stops, arrests, use of force, and training. The deadly August 9th shooting sparked violent protests seen here in the St. Louis suburb, highlighting the racial divide in Ferguson, a majority black community. Tighter border security and tougher immigration enforcement is what Americans want. That's according to a new poll by the Pew Research Center. 1/3 say stricter control needs to be a priority for U.S. policy. And now some Democrats say they want President Obama to hold off on using any executive action that would grant amnesty to millions of illegal immigrants. But Illinois Congressman Luis Gutierrez doesn't agree.
I think President Barack Obama wants to do the right thing. He has indicated that. He's the one I voted for. Let that man stand up and lead for America. Okay. And I think the Democrats should just set aside.
The congressman also says his Democratic colleagues wouldn't be having this debate if it were about the LGBT community, civil rights, or reproductive rights for women. And here you have it. The latest Gallup poll shows that President Obama's job approval ratings continue to decline. 39% of respondents approve of the president's performance, while 54% disapprove of the job he's doing. Gallup's new poll comes as the U.S. deals with a crisis at the U.S.-Mexican border, Russian aggression in Eastern Europe, and two very public videotaped beheadings of American journalists.